modern take on a country farmhouse. Well, that was the brief that our owners Taff and Bree set out to fill when they embarked on the journey of building and designing their dream home. The home behind me is called 3 Gables and was designed by the boutique prestige builder True Build Homes, which our owners co-founded and co-own. Today, we're going to be taking you for a closer look through the property. We're going to be sharing with you why we feel this is one of the most innovative and engaging designs we've seen in the Hawkesbury in recent years. We're going to be introducing you to our owners Taff and Bree to get an inside look at how the property was designed and created, and then we'll show you all the unique details and elements that make this such an awesome opportunity. Welcome to 134 Yobarnie Avenue, right here in North Richmond. Let's go and take a tour. The name 3 Gables refers of course to the 3 distinct gables set into the roofscape of 134 Yobarnie, and the property is positioned on a gorgeous 803 square metre corner allotment. The character and bold statement is made from the street as soon as you approach, with the one wing finished in charred ironbark cladding and the other white cladding. The ColourBond roof follows this colour scheme, so the design even carries through when viewed from the air. The owner set out to create a home which paid homage to the rural and acreage heritage of the Hawkesbury, and there are clever nods to this, such as the recycled brick planter boxes, the spotted gum decking, Corten steel edges, even down to the plant choices which the owner selected based on naturally occurring species within Redbank. The positioning of the home, the configuration of the living spaces and orientation is all based on natural light, and the heart of the home has been designed to enjoy morning, easterly and northerly sun throughout the day, whilst the outdoor areas such as the fire pit and backyard enjoy not only the northerly sun but also the setting sun to the west. Now, stepping inside, and a few immediate highlights are the woodcut white oiled floors which extend to all the main living areas in the home. You'll find square set ceilings throughout. Nearly every room enjoys concealed ceiling pelmets which hide the shears and blinds, and it's within the home that the landscaping externally makes even more sense because the living spaces within this masterful home tie into the external elements. At its core, we have a 4-bedroom home with an ensuite and a walk-in robe to the main bedroom, 3 secondary bedrooms supported by a powder room and main bathroom, and a main kitchen and dining area which merges to an informal living area. The spaces on paper are simple. It's the execution of these spaces that makes this home so special. And to talk to us about this, we're fortunate to have been able to get some valuable insights from the owners. Well, Taff, Bree, thank you so much for agreeing to come on today and share with us this incredible property that you've both created. I mean, I'm certainly curious. It's naturally got a very large pre-existing following and quite a bit of hype attached to it. Where and how did this all start?
Well, we purchased the land a few years ago and just always had the desire to build, something cool and a little bit different, I guess. Bree got pretty, crazy with an Instagram early days and sort of collaborated with a few suppliers we generally work with.
I think people also enjoyed the fact that we were doing bits ourselves as well as Taffy being a builder. They enjoyed seeing how we were doing it, like Taffy was saying. So that allowed us to interact with other people, and they obviously loved the design too. So
yeah, it's relatable. There's a lot of people going through similar journeys, whether they're building new homes or renovating their own homes. So I think that sort of social media aspect is really positive.
Bree, you've mentioned the way Taffy builds and clean lines. Taffy, you mentioned clean lines, and I think that's also something that everywhere you go in the home you can see that lines have really been created in cohesion, and you've got walls with tiles that within a millimetre align from floor to ceilings, and gyprock and cabinetry that flows. Do you want to just maybe share with me a few of those points that aren't necessarily immediately evident to the naked eye?
Absolutely. I think it was a bit of a headache during the build, dealing with him wanting to make sure everything was absolutely perfect.
Yep.
Being a builder and then him having to live in it, he wasn't going to let anything slide, so that was fun. But
a bit OCD.
It's just a little bit.
Really?
But things like the ceiling heights, making sure everything was all lining up with the hidden window pelmets, outside with the cladding, just making sure there were no mismatches with boards and tiles, like you said, to the millimetre. Everything had to line up with the bench tops being seamless. So it was definitely fun.
That's a good way of putting it.
Again, very underrated. Like, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's nothing difficult, but just set out is key. So like when you're building, a home, you can do all the nice things and have a nice floor plan and have nice finishes and nice selections everywhere. But if it's not executed well, it just looks terrible, at the end of the job. So it's just those little 1%ers that everyone is more than capable of being able to do, but just putting the time and energy into, treating it as such at an early stage.
That's right, it's the
so
forethought,
critical.
isn't it?
Absolutely.
Early on.
So natural light is something that I personally wanted to ask you about, and the room that we're actually in, funnily enough, is really the star of the show when it comes to natural light. I know you've mentioned countless times this room has been designed to face perfect east so that you get that lovely morning sunlight, and then you've got your northerly skylights. What are some of the ways that you've used light as a natural theme and brought it into the floor plan?
You hit the nail on the head. It's so important. Like, I think it's, well, to be honest, the right people will always design their homes, and, designers will design a home to suit its orientation to maximise natural light, particularly, certain times of day. Like, we've chosen to use, our living spaces within our home, facing east, like you mentioned, so we get that beautiful morning sun that rips through the living spaces when it's not too harsh.
Yep.
Like, obviously we've done it, obviously things like use, energy efficient glazing and stuff as well to reduce the impact of the north sun when it does come through. But the easterly, orientated aspects, being the living spaces, is beautiful. You walk out in the morning, it's lit up, it just feels amazing, makes you feel good, straight away. But also too, orientated them towards the north. Our backyard faces the north, so all the outdoor areas and this kitchen and dining space as well also gets flooded with with light from the north as well. So it's beautiful. You know what I mean? You get the best of both worlds. You're nothing worse than being in a space where it's dark and dingy and cold. You want to feel good.
And there's no going back, is there? Like, once
that
space has been designed that way.
Yeah, once it's done, it's done. So it's so underrated. Again, I know I used that term before, but we walk out in the morning, don't we? Whether we're outside enjoying the courtyard outside, or just inside, and Brie loves this day bed, which I'm sure you'll see. That's a little spot, again faces north, but also gets a bit of the easterly aspect as well. Sitting there and enjoying the natural light without it being harsh just makes you feel good.
And that's something you and I spoke about when we were designing the home initially, is creating that feeling and that space as well. So I think having it really open and airy creates that feeling of being in a really, really large space too, and directing your eyes up and out for that indoor-outdoor connection as well. So I think it's just so important to make sure that you have that feeling within the home too, and also allows you to appreciate the gardens, as even if it's not a day where you can go outside, you can still sit here and feel like you are outside.
Yeah, that's right, the flow from indoor to outdoor. And that's an interesting point, actually. The light and the space are interlinked. They're not separate categories. The light helps you achieve the space, and then the space also helps get the light in.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. If you've got a completely light flooded area within inside your home, you don't feel like you're in a home. You've got the comforts of being under a roof and inside a home, regardless of what's happening outside, but you feel like you're outside, and we all feel better when we're outside.
Yeah.
You can also control it as well too, which I think is a big thing for us, allowing that flexibility of filtered light as well, and even just adding that drama. We have those shears that you can pull across that really soften the space, but also look really good too. And then if you're wanting to create real privacy, you can bring down the block out. So you have kind of the best of both worlds, where you can really control your space with lighting to what you need, but it looks great at the same time.
Now that we've heard from the owners, I want to share a few hidden details and additions that make this property so special. Starting with the master suite, we have his/hers soft closing built-in cabinetry, which is square set with shark edge, and the ensuite boasts luxury appointments such as mirrored 6-door shaving cabinets from sink to ceiling, floating concrete benchtop with inset basin, floor-to-ceiling glass shower screen, waterproof Venetian plaster, and highlights are the progressive tap mixer and these enormous 900mm by 900 floor tiles. Moving deeper into the floor plan, we have double doors that open to a carpeted media room. To this room we have 3 power outlets, data and TV points, fully insulated gyprock, audio wiring throughout the room, making this the ideal haunt for those family movie nights. Opposite this is the living room, and here the centerpiece is the low-pi gas log fireplace with exposed flue. There is also inbuilt joinery for storage and utility, and this space is set by large bay windows and louvers and connects to a stunning view of the courtyard and gardens. The kitchen dining area is framed by an enormous 4.5 metre high roof gable which houses 2 skylights, and this central kitchen dining area is oriented to the east with the skylights facing north, and as a result the area receives morning sunlight and sunlight throughout the day. Aluminium tri-door sliding doors and retractable blinds interconnect with the alfresco area, and I just love this daybed inset backed by a fixed glass panel looking out to a concrete in-ground pool, and this has to be one of my favourite features. Continuous track lighting follows a line merging the kitchen, dining and alfresco and adds to the chic, minimalist feel that embodies the design. Now moving focus to the kitchen, and the cabinetry is polyurethane with satin finish. We have a full walk-in pantry with built-in shelving and storage space, 6-door cabinet space to the other side of the kitchen, which is square set and conceals an integrated 525 litre Fisher & Paykel fridge, fitted joinery including wine racks and pull-out storage. And then to the island we have black timber veneer cabinetry and integrated bins. The centrepiece of the kitchen is the island bench, which is 60mm concrete with 20mm waterfall ends and a convenient 280mm overhang for bench seating. The island also houses a 600mm Fisher & Paykel integrated dishwasher and microwave with trim kit. We have an extra wide sink with Nero brushed nickel retractable nozzle head. Black concrete benchtops frame the secondary areas, and here the focal point becomes the 900mm flagship pyrolytic freestanding cooker from Fisher & Paykel with 5 burners set under an integrated 900mm range hood enclosed by a timber canopy. And the resulting kitchen is such a delightful place to be, and it takes on a completely different character depending on the time of day it is. Stepping outside, and there is an alfresco finished with porcelain tile and clever highlights such as the black collar ties and window frames which tie back to the internal colour scheme. The alfresco enjoys the same gable ceiling as the kitchen area and is home to an 80mm concrete bench and a built-in Artusi barbecue. And I just love the batten spotted gum finish to the barbecue. It's such a nice feature. The courtyard is finished with crushed granite, and the Corten steel garden bed borders and recycled brick fences are a reminder that this isn't just a spectacular home. The home and all of its landscaping elements have been clearly designed with a vision and a tie to the country farmhouse theme and heritage of the Hawkesbury area. Moving further, we have spotted gum decked areas, and a lower platform leads to a sunken fire pit area with Corten steel fire pit and massive ironbark seats. And this space enjoys a beautiful view up to the mountains, and the sunsets, I'm told, are amazing here. The decked area continues around the pool, and frameless glass pool panels and pebble beds add interest, and the outdoor shower is also a really clever feature. The pool is saltwater mineral and concrete finished with mosaic tile, and beyond the pool a generous yard ensues with an abundance of grassed area for the kids and animals, gated side access and room for a granny flat down the line subject to council approval. And I love that all of these spaces are distinct and versatile. They tie together and provide a point of differentiation. Moving back inside, the secondary bedrooms 2, 3 and 4 offer built-ins, data outlets, blinds, TV outlets, and these bedrooms are supported by an incredibly opulent main bathroom and separate powder room. The powder room is framed by enormous 900mm by 900 floor and wall tiles, and we bring back the theme of the brushed nickel tapware and concrete top vanity with inset basin. The frameless mirror sets the entirety, and then adjacent this is the main bathroom. And the main bathroom also boasts a floating style vanity with 20mm concrete benchtop, and points of distinction here are the Kit Kat tile curved feature wall enclosing the shower recess. We have brushed nickel tapware including a waterfall shower head and secondary handheld shower head, as well as the matte acrylic freestanding bath. Further features of this incredible home include satin nickel solid brass door furniture, Clipsal light switches throughout, outdoor garden lighting, Corinthian Moda internal doors, Actron quad-zoned reverse cycle air conditioning system with ESP+, a pull-down attic ladder leading to a full upstairs mezzanine storage section with lights and particle board floor, dual power outlets to the secondary kitchen bench and dual USB outlets, DSC sensor alarm system, double car garage with auto roller doors, Solus inverter with roof mounted solar system, bricked front letterbox, and finally a comprehensive laundry with 6-door storage, external access, ducted fan, retractable nozzle head, 40mm concrete bench top, Kit Kat tile splashback, and overhead and hanging storage. Well, if you've made it this far, you know why 134 Yobarnie is such a unique and truly incredible property. On behalf of our owners, myself and the team here at McGrath Estate Agents, we can't wait to show you through personally.